Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about understanding hunger and fullness cues because there are so many times a lot of us will eat out of boredom, or we're not even really hungry, but maybe we're anxious about something, or we're nervous about something, or we're excited about something, and we're mindlessly eating and we're not even really that hungry. So we need to understand when and how to know when we're hungry and when we're full. So how do you know you are hungry? I want everyone to kind of stop and take a few seconds here. And what does hunger feel like for you? Do you feel ravenous? Do you feel it in your stomach? Do you feel it in your mouth? Do you feel it in your mind? What does hunger feel like for you? Another thing to ask yourself, how do you respond to hunger? Is it immediate? Do you sit and wait? Do you reach for your water? How do you respond to hunger? And lastly, just something to consider about the environment that you're in. What do you have available when hunger arises? Is there fresh fruit or vegetables cut up and laying out on your counter that you can reach and grab for? Do you have a snack drawer? Do you have open snacks lying around? Do you keep snacks at your desk? What do you have available when hunger arises? Some hunger hurdles. So what can get in the way of recognizing and honoring your hunger? Well, there's work, your family and kids, stress is a big one, not getting enough sleep, a never-ending to-do list, or if you're dieting or you're restrictive eating or you have a really poor diet mentality, those are some hurdles we have to get through so you can recognize and honor your proper hunger. So what happens when hunger gets ignored or delayed? Well, that can lead to chaotic eating, which is super stressful. It can impair your mood, your energy, and your performance. Your internal cues are going to be off. Your ability to listen and understand those internal cues is limited. It can decrease satisfaction and enjoyment about food, increases feelings of guilt after eating, or feeling out of control. So let's start to recognize those unique signs of hunger. Difficulty concentrating. If you can't focus on the work project you're doing, or maybe you're at home with your kids and you're trying to play a game or you're trying to listen to them and you can't concentrate, you're hungry. Or if you're constantly thinking about food, you're probably hungry. If you're irritable or hangry, Lord knows I've been there a few times, you are hungry. If you have no energy, you feel lightheaded or dizzy, or you have a headache, you definitely need some food. Obvious symptoms are going to be that growling or that empty or that gnawing feeling in your stomach. And then more severe, you could be shaky or you could be nauseous because you are prolonging eating for too long of a period of time. So this is something I want everyone to take into consideration, and I can get everyone a copy of this too as well. But this is a really good hunger scale that you can follow. So from 1 to 10, 1 being weak and lightheaded, you're completely depleted. You even have a low blood sugar and your stomach is churning because you're so nauseous. You are ravenous. You are hungry at that point. 2, there's ravenous. Maybe I got ahead of myself. Irritable, hangry. You can't really concentrate and your stomach is rumbling. 3, we're definitely hungry. My stomach is growling. 4, beginning signs of hunger. So you feel that physical sensation in your stomach that you want food and you're getting a little bit uncomfortable. So that's that beginning sign of hunger. You really don't want to get into the 3, 2, and 1. At that level 4, that's when, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to go eat. At 5, so this is after we've had some food for a little bit and that food still tastes good and I could eat more. That next step, this is kind of when we want to stop a little bit. We're comfortable, we're satisfied, but we're not overly stuffed. But if you continue to eat, this is when we get through steps 7 and 10. You're full, you're slowing down, you might be uncomfortable, but your taste buds are starting to lose interest. When we get to that level 8 on the scale, we're pretty full. Anything past that, you are very full. You are uncomfortable. It might be time to loosen some clothing. This is maybe what we felt on Thanksgiving or Christmas. And in that extremely full level, you are stuffed like that turkey, and your stomach might actually hurt because you ate too much. We want to aim to eat at those lower levels of hunger. We want to shoot for eating at a 3 or a 4, and then stopping when we get to that level 6 or 7. And get curious about yourself. Reflect to see how that made you feel. What did you notice? You can also use past experiences to better inform your future eating experiences too as well. But be realistic about it. This is not the perfect, every time you eat, it's going to be like that. And also keep in mind that your appetites can fluctuate day to day. So because you ate more yesterday, but you're not feeling it today, that's okay. We also need to make some time to tune in. Honoring hunger is a form of self-care. So make time to get your needs met. You can set an eating schedule, just like we suggested, set a timer to go off to drink water. Aim to eat every 3 to 5 hours. Do not eat at your desk. Avoid distractions. Check in with yourself about 30 minutes before you're scheduled to eat and notice if you have any unique signs of hunger. Is there a difference in how hunger feels in your body when you're eating at a level 1 or 2 versus a 4? How do you respond to hunger? Going back to that question from earlier. What food options do you have available to respond to hunger with? And make sure you're pausing halfway through the meal to check in on your fullness levels and your satisfaction, because sometimes it takes our brain a while to understand, holy crap, I'm full, if we just continue to eat. So make sure you're pausing halfway in between your meals too as well. And that is all I have for you today. Of course, any questions, send them my way.